Hello, this is Goat. When do you think the end of the Big Three era was? I believe that with last Wimbledon, the Big Three era came to an end, and now a complete Big Two or New Two era has begun. This is because Djokovic, who was defending the last remnants of the Big Three era, fell at the Wimbledon semifinal threshold in what was realistically his last chance to add another Grand Slam title, and we confirmed that he has definitively moved away from competitive contention with Sinner and Alcaraz. With this in mind, let's take time to re-examine the Big Three era that has watched over tennis for about 20 years and other memorable eras. From the mid-2000s to the early 2020s, the tennis world was dominated by three legendary players: Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal, and Novak Djokovic. To give you numbers showing just how overwhelming the Big Three era was, these three players claimed over 80% of Grand Slam victories for an incredible 20 years. Can you imagine that? Let's look at each player's characteristics. Roger Federer. Known as the Swiss magician, Federer is famous for his elegant playing style. He dominated the mid-2000s. His performance on Wimbledon's grass courts was truly art itself. As an all-court player, he showed perfect play in any situation. Rafael Nadal. The nickname King of Clay says it all. The records he set at Roland Garros are truly phenomenal. His powerful forehand and never-give-up mentality were unmatched on clay courts. Novak Djokovic. Djokovic holds the most Grand Slam titles among the Big Three. He's famous for his excellent defensive skills and flexibility. Through constant self-improvement, he showed overwhelming performance not only at the Australian Open but on all courts. Of course, there were great players who dominated their eras before the Big Three. Rod Laver, the only player in tennis history to achieve the calendar Grand Slam twice. Bjorn Borg, Sweden's Iceman. He simultaneously dominated Roland Garros and Wimbledon. John McEnroe and Ivan Lendl. The rivalry between serve and volley McEnroe and baseliner Lendl. They heated up tennis in the 80s. Pete Sampras dominated the 90s with his powerful serve. He won 14 Grand Slams, centered around Wimbledon and the US Open. The Serena Williams era, the completion of power tennis. In women's tennis, we cannot leave out Serena Williams. She is the Open era record holder with 23 Grand Slam singles titles. Serena opened the era of power tennis. She dominated the courts for about 20 years, setting new standards for women's tennis. Legends before Serena. Chris Evert and Martina Navratilova. Considered the greatest rivalry in tennis history, the matches between these two players were truly spectacular. Steffi Graf. The only calendar Golden Slam winner. She won all 4 Grand Slams and the Olympic gold medal in 1 year. This record still stands unbroken. Monica Seles. Her career was interrupted by an unfortunate incident. However, she is evaluated as a player who would have completely dominated the 90s if not for that incident. So how are these amazing, dominant eras created? There are 3 key factors: overwhelming skill and constant development. The core is each player's unique technical mastery. Things like Federer's elegant all-court play, Nadal's powerful clay court dominance, and Djokovic's flawless defensive skills. But it doesn't end there. Even after reaching the highest level, they don't become complacent. Continuously developing themselves is crucial. Djokovic's consistent improvement of his serve and forehand is a prime example. Exceptional mental strength. They have the ability to overcome pressure in crucial moments and deliver their best performance. The tenacity and fighting spirit to never give up even when facing defeat makes them special. This mental strength also creates psychological pressure on opponents. Thorough self-management. To dominate courts for extended periods, maintaining optimal physical condition is essential. This requires nutrition management, injury prevention, and rehabilitation care. Through this, they show physical abilities that don't fall behind younger players even into their late 30s. The aforementioned elements work together to create an era that dominates courts for extended periods. The Big Three's case is truly an exceptional example, where all these elements combined at the highest level. With Federer and Nadal's retirement and Djokovic's declining performance, the Big Three era has come to an end. Now I'm really excited to see how the new era that Sinner and Alcaraz will create unfolds. Will their reign continue? Or will someone else join that flow to create a troika or big four? Let's all watch together. Thank you for watching.